Hello and welcome to 30 Frames a Second. That's right. Sit back, relax. I take it by seeing who's at my table and myself, you know what day it is. It's Takeover Tuesday. We are so excited to be back here. We have a wonderful guest today and a great lineup. That's right, 30 Frames a Second.
How does it feel to be in a parade walking down an avenue named after your father?
Well, obviously, I'm extremely proud of all the good works that he did. It's not for me alone to carry that legacy, but rather for all of us, because all of us can learn from the way in which my father served our people. It's not a matter of imitating or trying to be like him, but learning from the way in which he operated and served this community and all of the Harlems throughout the world.
Woody Henderson of the National Action Network. What do you expect for today?
Hey man, a great day. Millions of people to come out and enjoy a celebration of our continual progress in changing the way society is treating us. National Action Network.
It seems to be a lot of talent out here. It's pretty good. I'm here to really back up the Panamanian marching band that's going to be coming through here.
All right.
See you on the march.
See you on the march. All right. How does it feel to be in the African Day Parade in the middle of Harlem?
This is where we're supposed to be. This is my home, born and raised. Now Jackson's talented team. Whoa! Get the royal way. There you go. Good to see you.
Yeah, but I'm just watching.
We're glad to be here with National Action Network as we celebrate African American Day. Adam St. Paul, Queen Mother Lord, others that laid their lives down so we would have a great Harlem. Let us celebrate ourselves today. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? When do we want it? When do we want it? All right. Hey, girl, smile for my camera. Say hi to New York from Harlem. All right. Yes, it does.
Opening like that makes me want to move something. All right, no judge. No judging here. Okay, I have no rhythm, but I don't need it. All right. We are so excited today. You may have guessed by our opening that we are definitely going to hit on the, is it called, Veronica, the African Day Parade?
The African American Day Parade.
African American Day Parade. All right, you may have to correct me a couple of times. All right, before we get started, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Lou Sierra. I am one of your co-hosts today on 30 Frames a Second Takeover Tuesday. I am a model, choreographer, and have my own production company, and I travel a lot. You may have seen me recently with Steve Harvey on the Miss USA pageant, where I am the co-host backstage. Next to me, Miss Sheila Berry. She's the executive producer of the Gospel Showcase and the producer of Community Cop, and she is our residential wise person. We gave her that title. You'll figure out why later. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the person next to her because I am so proud to label her friend and sister in Christ. This is Veronica Hickman.
Hello.
And she is a singer, actress, writer, and director, and I testify that she is all of those things. She's also a member of the advisory board of the African American Day Parade, and she is our special guest today. Hey. We will be talking more about the parade in a moment. The woman next to her, I know you get tired of hearing me say it, and I don't get tired of saying it. Her name is Veronica Kitt, and this woman should need no introduction if you live anywhere around here. She is the founder of the People's Film Festival. She's the producer of the VK Report. It is her show. She's a director, editor. I'm so grateful you're an editor. I was telling someone the other day, you are one of the best. It takes a special patience to be You said it does not?
It does.
I was going to say, it takes a special patience to be an editor, and Veronica is incredible. And if you watch us at all, you know a lot about the People's Film Festival. We are so proud of that. Let's get right into it.
Whew.
African American Day Parade.
Yes.
Okay, now, you may not know the answer to this. This may be a Veronica question,
Okay.
but why African American Day Parade?
Well, I think that what happens is a lot of times we can celebrate. There's a lot of different, I will just say, black cultures in the United States, but we don't really focus on the African Americans that are here. And it's just time for us to celebrate that. We hear about all the bad things that goes on in our community, but we don't celebrate the wonderful things that are actually happening. So this parade focuses on the great accomplishments of black African Americans.
Love it,
Yes.
love it, love it. Now, what day will the parade be on this year?
The parade will be September 15th,
Okay.
2019, on a Sunday. It will start at 1 o'clock. It'll go from 1 to 6 p.m. It starts on 111th Street, 7th Avenue, and it'll finish by 136th Street. And we have something special this year. We're doing an actual pre-parade performance. So this is the first time this will actually be happening, where we'll do like a big performance we're going to have some praise dancers, we're going to have a poetry person, we're going to have a group
And
that's going to be
that's
singing.
before 1 o'clock?
That's before 1 o'clock.
What location will that be at?
That will be on 125th Street at the Reviewing Stand on 7th Avenue. Adam
7th
Clayton
Avenue.
Powell.
Adam Clayton Powell.
125th Street, 12 o'clock. We have good news and bad news about that.
Okay.
The good news is that it's going to be wonderful. We're going to have a great time. The bad news is the tickets for the Reviewing Stand are already sold out. So for next year, you know, if you want to come, prayerfully we'll do it again.
So it's not open where people can just stand even if the seats are
No,
ticketed?
they can come and they can stand and they can watch it, but they won't be able to sit in the reviewing seating area, right? Because they usually, you can go online and get tickets to actually sit in the area.
The tickets are sold
It's
out.
wonderful.
Amen, amen,
It's
amen.
wonderful.
How many seats approximately? Were there like 50 or 100?
Well, you know,
or?
it's like a big stand of
Okay.
seats. So it could be anything from like 50 to 100 people.
Okay.
But then we also, I don't know, a lot of people didn't know that we also have a section for the seniors. And the seniors get tickets, and what happens is they come to the parade early. We feed them. We actually feed them. We give them food to eat. They have snack. They have sandwiches of food.
Free?
Free, and they get to sit in the shade. They have a canopy over them, and
I
they
did
get to
not
sit
know
in the shade. Yeah,
that.
and they get to enjoy the parade.
Now, what
for some-
area do the seniors go to participate in that?
The same area as the reviewing stand,
Okay.
as the benches, but they're just on the side.
And there'll be a sign labeling seniors so
Yes.
they will know. And what time should they be there?
They usually need to arrive at least by like 11.
Okay.
But those tickets are already sold out. Also, they were free. They were free tickets, but they're already given out. So I know for next year I'll try to come on the show again so that we can let people know ahead of time.
So we can let people know.
Yes.
Because the sister about to be a senior. Ain't no shame in my game. Looking for a senior man. How you doing? Yes.
And I'll be a senior next year, too, to
Okay.
let me tell it.
I'm just 25, so you hold on to that, baby. You hold on to that. I love it. So who are some of the guests this year?
Well, to be honest with you, we have a different themes for the parade. Every
Okay.
year is a different theme. So this year, I'm going to read a little bit of my notes. This year, it's about politics and government. Okay,
good,
so we're going to
good,
have,
good.
it's about integrity and good government. So we're going to honor those people who are in the government who are doing good jobs.
Excellent.
I'm going to just read a few names real quick. We have a Grand Marshal. We have Brian Benjamin. We're going to have Inez Dickens. We're going to have a Hakeem Jeffries. We're also going to have some judges that are going to be also walking, so the kids will be able to see black judges walking through the crowds. We're going to have award-winning actress, 4-time Grammy-nominated Melba Moore singing "Lift Every Voice and Sing." So it's just going to be wonderful. We also have 3 HBCU bands coming in from out of town, and I'm talking about the bands that they all have the same
And they stepping?
costume. They
I want stepping.
yes. So
All
it's gonna
right.
be really great, and that pre-parade performance, I'm really excited about it because they've allowed me to put that together. So we're gonna have some young ladies from Harlem School of the Arts and some young gentlemen. They're gonna be doing something like the Rockettes. They're called the Harlemites. So they're gonna go and they're gonna perform, and then they're gonna do an awesome job. So it's gonna be really, really exciting. I'm really.
And this is the what year?
This is the 50th year anniversary. Yeah, 50th year anniversary.
50. That's amazing.
It's awesome.
Wow. And
Yes.
then you know what? The opening, what Nat showed, he took us back. So
Yes.
it said year 2000. So that was almost 19
19
years
years
ago.
ago.
And in there, I saw so many people. I saw Teresa Freeman. She was our New York State County Committee woman. Well, I saw Ozzy. Our dear beloved Ozzy. Now, Ozzy actually started Community Cop many years ago, but he used to always be the announcer of out there every year. And I remember every year I would go some years with him breakfast. They would have the breakfast in the morning there. And then, you know, it was like a whole preparation, but it was amazing. But I will be remiss if I did not talk about Abe Snyder.
Yes.
Now, she says she's coming back. Abe Snyder used to come here every year with Ozzy to Community Cop. And this is what he said, because it's actually on your website.
Yes.
He said the reason why he started, he's a little, you know, like he was a feisty man. He said we were so sick and tired of having negative press capturing our community. We started the parade to deal with the dignity and pride of the black community. When he came in here, it was like on.
Yes.
Basically, it was just on. Like he was letting you have it, and he told the history of it.
Yes.
He told his involvement, but it was something that was so dear to his heart.
Yes.
And he was an amazing man, but he would put us all there, and that's why we would have access. Nat would come, shoot. We'd be out there running up and down.
That's right. That's right.
It was amazing, amazing.
Ooh, well, I can add to it, even though Nat didn't have clips of Martin Luther King Fellowship Choir many, many, many years ago. I marched in the parade with the choir that I said after. I'm a gospel singer. Most of you don't know that sitting around the table. And I'm an actress also. Most of you didn't know that. I do off-Broadway plays. And I had the privilege of being in the parade for a few years.
Wow.
Yeah, with the choir now.
Nice.
And can I just add one more thing, because he also opened with Adam Clayton Powell's Jr. son. And so on the website, so I'll pull some stuff
That's
on the website.
great.
I don't
That's
wanna take
wonderful.
from you,
No, that's great.
But on the website, like you said, it was the theme, this year's theme is integrity and transparency with, you know, equals good government.
Yes.
But it said, if you believe in a cause, you must be willing to put yourself on the line for that cause. That was from Adam Clayton Powell Jr. But I add, because when I first heard that statement, it came from Basil Patterson. Basil Patterson years ago was New York State senator and lawyer and everything, but he is the father of our former governor, David Patterson. That is his father.
Wow.
When I did the film on Amadou Diallo, I interviewed Basil Patterson. I was honored to interview him, Charles Rangel, Percy Sutton, and David Dinkins.
Wow.
The Gang of Four. Harlem's Gang of Four.
Wow.
Basil Patterson said to me, I said, well, why did you march? He said, I march. He says, a lot of people go out and march and everything like that. He says, but if you are serious about this, and I'm kind of like paraphrasing, then you should be willing to put your body on the line.
Wow.
He said, that's the first time I heard of it. And when I saw it again, I was like, oh, you know, because it is still real. It is still true. Get out there and march. You got marching for a protest. You got marching for activism. You got marching for justice, marching for your cause. We stand up all the time. We march all the time.
There is power in
because
numbers.
this is our voice.
That's right.
And that was your voice. He said, put your body on the line. Don't sit up here and talk behind
Be
me.
negative.
You know?
Yeah.
Talk, oh, yeah, well, you know, no. Get out there, put your body on the line, get arrested. When it was the Diallo March, it was about 1,200 people arrested. Put your body on the line if you're really true about that. And here it is, this year's theme. And I was just blown away with that. And you know, so I'm like, really, I'm so glad she's here. Because here it is. It's almost like coming full circle. Abe Snyder being here, her carrying the legacy and coming back here to Manhattan Neighborhood Network too. 30 frames a second, Community Cop, talking about the African American Day Parade.
I'm excited.
That's great. And just to add a little bit to you, Abe Snyder's granddaughter is on the board. Yes, Jasmine Robinson. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she's there also helping out.
Is she on the board?
Yes,
Wow.
she is. She's making it happen.
And y'all got some people like Leah Daughtry. That's Reverend Daughtry's daughter.
Yeah.
She's there. Keith Wright, he's there. I mean, even, Gail Brewer. Now, she sits at the helm of Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
Yep.
Because this is public access, and that is her due. And I will say that they have come out every year to the People's Film Festival for the Public Media Awards because, Gail Brewer's Manhattan Borough President office have supported us. So it's very rare when you see her because a lot of times, this is a person who is at the head of it, but you don't see them.
Right.
But she
comes out.
She comes out. She stands up, and she's always there. Athena Moore is one of her directors there at the office. Athena comes out, speaks. I love her. I love her daughter. I just text her, could you come out this year? Yes. I'll be there. That's Gail Brewer's office.
That's right.
Manhattan Borough President. So, yes.
Will you be content? Do you think you'll be covering it this year?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come out now only because you're here, and, and talking about it and showing all these people. Hakeem David is gonna be. Look, you got David.
David
you
Dinkins.
got Charles Ringo. That's two of the gang of four. You got the voice of Adam Clayton Powell and Basil. So this is nice.
Yes.
I love it.
Athena is also a marshal too.
She's a marshal.
Yes, she is.
Good. Good
Yes,
for
she
her.
is.
Good for her. Athena Moore, Manhattan Borough President office. So they, Harlem is culture.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Do you think the look of the parade and maybe the viewing audience, do you think that dynamic may be slightly different with all the changes that have gone in Harlem now?
Maybe, but the energy is still there.
The energy is still
because
there.
we have pride. We believe.
That's
and
right.
if you believe in whatever it is that you're standing for, you're going to march with
That's
pride.
right.
That's right.
For that particular day. I've heard in the past people saying, oh, well, the parade is kind of waning, people are getting tired of it, whatever. They will never get tired of who you are. The day you begin to get tired of who you are marching on that day, then you might as well just jump.
That's
go,
right.
Because
That's right.
this is you. So some days I may be able to come out. I marched it many years ago. I may be able to come out. I may not be able to come out. But the fact that someone is doing it, it just gives me a sense of pride and happiness and honor. I'm like, good, at least someone's doing it.
That's right.
I can't do it today, but thank you, every last one of you that is out there marching.
That's right.
Well, Harlem, years and years before I was born, was definitely a parade center. I remember my mother telling me about how they celebrate Joe Louis winning the fight. They had a parade for that. One time there was a fight on Fifth Avenue for civil rights where black people rebelled. They had a parade for that.
Wow.
The parades was all up and down Lenox Avenue. I remember as a child joining different organizations, part of the Eastern Star, the Juvenile, was always a parade the first Sunday in May, up and down the streets, but all of that died out, and I'm so glad that they have the African American Day Parade. We were so happy when that got started.
At least we still have that. And Sundays was a parade anyway. Everybody would walk in with it.
And there's a Sunday best. That's right.
We still do. Down 7th Avenue.
We still do.
Some of us,
I walk home from church just for that.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
All the
Wow.
How you doing?
That's right. Welcome.
Let me start. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Konnichiwa. Yes, I did it at the Jamaican restaurant this Sunday. Right after church, went there, and some French people were having difficulty. And I was like, "En français? Ah, but oui." Thank you. Come on. I got you. And then I directed them. They were like, "Is there a church we can go to?" I said, "Right down the street. There's a 2:00 service." And they were like,
my
"Oh,
goodness.
merci."
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I want to tell you, Veronica honestly is that person. I really, when I grow up, I want to be her and recognize people and know.
See,
but
I say I lived through her, but
on a more immature note, I go very early and watch who's setting up the food and how clean it is. Now, that's just me. I take the whole block. You would think I was crazy. I go from, honestly, from 9th Avenue to 3rd Avenue on 125th Street and just look at all the food preparation and the setup.
Wow.
Then, right when it's over, and I can hear it, thank goodness, from my place, it's dying down. I take my own Tupperware from the Chinese restaurant and I just convince people they do not want to take the bottom of the pan, oxtails,
Okay, that's right.
and it'd be a sin against nature and man for them to throw it away. So for $10, baby, you talking about good? I do the bottom of all the pans, the bottom of the fish pan. I take my Tupperware things, they're about that big. And $10, they don't, you want the bottom of the pan? Yes, ma'am. Ooh, don't play with me. Then I thawed some of my mama peas and rice that she froze for me when she was here in Ziploc bags. You can't talk to me about 3 months.
I'm not mad at her, but you know what? Because I don't know if any of you know me, young Joe. She used to work with Keith Wright. And so every year after the breakfast, she'd get on the phone. Get over here. They still got some food. They got food
That's a
left
friend.
over from the
That's a friend.
Get over here.
The
get
bottom
this
of those big aluminum
It's
pans that is
amazing,
cooking and
yeah.
the food they warming it, but it fall off the bone because it's really cooking too much. And there's that much salt. Oh, I shouldn't be telling y'all.
No, because now
I'm gonna meet you out there. Don't
I'm
make me
going to be looking for you.
I'll be
got my
crazy when
camera.
incognito. Pulling my little I got a pulley suitcase so I get enough food. Anyway, we love the parade, and I just can't even imagine Harlem without it.
Right, exactly.
The dynamic wouldn't be the same. I love it. I can tell in the morning on my way to church because the
start setting up.
barricades are up, but already certain people got their lawn chairs
That's
out
right.
with their coolers, and I'm not even mad at them. I'm like, you know it don't start till 1 and it's 10 o'clock. What's your point? Never mind.
That's
You're
right.
I ain't
And the
got no
elders
point.
are in the windows
Yep, I
getting
ain't got no
themselves set
point.
up.
You're right. I
That's
ain't got
right.
no point. You go ahead and sit right here.
But the dedication, you being now like one of the major organizers of this event as well. Talk about that dedication, because I know it takes a lot of work.
Yes.
And I apologize for not coming out to volunteer. But
Don't worry about it. It's okay, Veronica.
she said, "Okay, I need you on that corner." I just had too many babies.
You had a
but
lot.
I know what she talk about.
It's a lot of work.
Well, you know what? It's a lot of work. It's a group of people together who are really dedicated to the purpose of making sure that this parade is being run the way it needs to. Some people have tried to put it in different areas, bring it on 5th Avenue, but they're like, no, we want to stay on 7th Avenue, Adam Clayton Powell, because we don't want to take it out of our area. This is our parade. We want, like I said earlier, the elders to be able to sit in their windows and watch as the parade goes by. We want the children to be able to see it.
Tradition.
I have to say, honestly, like some years back, you know, it was easy for me to go to the parade and then complain. Oh, I don't want to see the sanitation workers. I don't want to see this. I want to see why they're not doing this. But instead of complaining, I said, well, let me see what I can do to help out. So I was able to meet a friend that I know who was working there and to be able to be a part of the committee. And then I would give my ideas. And when they were ready to, hear them, because they already had the parade set. So when they were ready to hear some of the things that I wanted to suggest, then we worked it out. And now we work together. You know, we just want it to work out great for the community.
Does the committee meet full the entire year, or do they
Yes.
start 6 months ahead of time?
Well, actually what happens is the parade happens always in September, right? And then what happens is after a month, like before the end of the month, we get together to talk about how the parade went. Then by January, February, we start
Preparing for
the next year. So we meet every month. So it's a every month meeting. You know, we just come, get together, talk about what we are planning, what we're going to do for the future, and then we keep working together to make things happen.
Is there a place that people can volunteer, for next year if they want to volunteer?
Oh,
How do they do
We
that?
always love to have people come and volunteer. You can go to the website and at African American Day Parade .org. Just go there. All the information is there. You can sign up. You can help out. Anything. We always need your help.
Excellent.
Oh, just one more thing. We have an event coming up September 7th. It's going to be at the Schomburg Center. We did an actual a documentary about the parade. It's a free event, and it's going to be like, you know, you can come out and meet the board members from the AADP, African American Day Parade. You can meet some of the grand marshals and honorees.
Really?
And
That's
yes,
nice.
it's going to be a wonderful event. So we'd love for everyone to come on out and to enjoy themselves.
And what time is this event?
I believe the event starts at 10, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But please go on the website for the exact information.
What
I don't
day
wanna
of the
assume.
week is that?
That's a Saturday.
Great.
September 7th.
Great.
So we
Great.
got like maybe
that
2
would be
weeks.
a great event for young people.
Oh my goodness, yes.
For young people. So let's really try to turn up
And
and
it's a
turn
good
out
mix
with that.
of people that's going to be a part of it as well this year.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's almost as if, you know, like here's your politicians, here's
Yes.
your judges. You have the opportunity to really have hands-on, have access. A lot of times we don't, or we feel as though we don't have access. But you will find, like I just recently met Brian Benjamin.
Okay.
Nice guy.
Wow.
Like I don't know him well, but it's like his demeanor, you want to get to know him even more.
Right, very
Because he's
personable.
so open and welcoming, and you know. And then when I first saw him out there, they were protesting "Say No to Soha," and just to hear him speak and stand, I was like, okay.
So hard.
Harlem.
Oh yeah, they wanted to call
Yes,
Harlem
they
so
wanted to
hard.
rename Harlem
South of
Soho.
Harlem.
We wasn't
like
having it.
south of-
It was called South of Harlem.
Yeah, south of Harlem, and so, but to see them come together, I was really impressed with that. So then when you have access like this, and they have events like this, and I think it's awesome. To have them all in one spot, you can't get that.
That's right.
Come out, you should definitely come out.
Oh yes.
Great. Let's go on. The Music Video Awards last night.
Yeah. What did I miss? I saw
You missed all the
I
cussing.
saw
I have decided I'm officially an old person because I was not excited about women of color in G-strings in the street grabbing their crotch. I just don't see that as a form of dance. I want to be very grateful that I don't know the name, but it's just not something. And I love rap. Let's not say I don't
Yeah.
like rap. Love rap.
Do you like Cardi B?
Love rap. Some of her music is okay. So would I purchase her CD? No. But some of her music is okay. I actually knew her from what was it?
Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
When she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
I
No, I
watched
say
her
that
and knew
because
her
you
from
said
that.
rap, and some people don't classify her as a rap artist. Like,
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, I mean, today's rap, I guess so. But if we're taking it back to Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown,
Yeah.
MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, I mean, it's like apples and oranges, you know? So today is a whole different
Way, yeah.
style of music.
And I would even go so far as to separate the music, the words, the lyrics, the beat. I could deal with that. It's the motion and the thrusting and the pointing and the grabbing and I don't know. But I think it's more of a sign of the times when we have shows like Dating While Naked and things of that nature that I just think we
it's a
have
change.
moved that bar on everyday television. I was really excited to turn on Serena playing in the tennis. That I was like, I'm trying to watch the music so I know. And I don't like tennis. Let's be very clear. I'm not a tennis. I can't name one male tennis person I've ever watched. But Serena was playing, and I kept doing, and then I'd go back to the music and go, yeah, let me go back to Serena.
Wow.
And so
See,
I was happy
recorded
with
it
that.
so I can just sit and
Watch
The
it.
music
forward and
awards?
pass
The,
everything.
the last
Okay.
part with Queen Latifah and John Travolta came out. That was interesting. And Ice-T, that's his name, Ice-T. Yeah, that was okay. But the other part with all of this cursing and the dancing, like you said, it was very distasteful. My 8-year-old great-grandson come running in the
couldn't
room,
watch
and I had to turn the TV off real quick.
But see, MTV has changed a lot as well, because when they first got, I remember they used to have the rap and yo rap, and, you know.
MTV, yeah, Yo
Yeah,
Rap,
but
yeah.
now, you know, like you said, the different shows like the dating, it's kind of raw.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Everything's
and so
very
then
raw.
even, you know, like my 16-year-old girl, baby pregnancy, whatever's the name of that. That's not cool to me.
Okay.
You know,
Teenage pregnancies.
Yeah, teenage. I got a problem with that. But is that the sign of the times, or are we promoting something that maybe we shouldn't? Maybe we need to scale it back a little
I
bit
don't know.
because you
Because
know,
it wouldn't be on television if people weren't watching it.
glorifying-
It's
yeah.
a supply
well,
and
I am a
demand.
reality TV junkie.
Me too.
But it depends on which reality
Right,
TV show. Gotta make sense. And I just recently started watching Big Brother after Celebrity Big Brother, and I realized they got a lot of strategy going on in that show. You know, like Survivor, and you know, so certain things. But you know, Miami Love and Hip Hop is crazy.
Okay, I've never seen it, but okay.
Guilty. I stopped the Atlanta Housewives, you know, because I want to know new stories. So that's because you know I want to see what's going on in other
It's like the
people's
modern
lives.
day soap operas.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's the modern day soap
It
operas.
is.
All my children.
It is. It is. With gratification
Yep.
at the end of this, instead of the olden day soap operas, you could turn on and 9 months from now they still at that dinner.
Yes.
Right.
That
That's
same
right, that's
dinner
right.
Rick and Lord.
in the kitchen and the waiter and who shot
And the
John at
person
the
that
same
died,
dinner.
he come back
Yeah.
alive.
That's right.
Yeah.
But they're giving you
ain't dying,
instant
they come back alive
gratification.
That's what it is.
Part of one of my many jobs is to help young ladies go into the modeling arena. And what has happened is there is a type of modeling called commercial print, and that means pretty girl next door. What has happened is actors and actresses are so, I don't like the word desperate, they're hard up because of reality TV. If we take one moment, let's literally take 1 minute
Right.
and name every show that has real people. Let's start with the housing, flip and flop, sell it or list it, big pools where they make your
Yes.
pools,
they
all
have
those
living listings
antique
now.
mansions, the lotto, you could buy a
Yes.
millionaire,
$1 million house.
beach houses that you could, okay, let's forget that.
Caribbean
now
life,
let's go,
yeah.
now let's go to cooking.
Rachel
Bar
Ray.
101, Rachel Ray, Chopped, Hell's Kitchen,
Beat Bobby Flay.
Meet Bobby Flay, Beat Bobby
Bobby
Flay,
Flay.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart, anything,
Lydia.
all those
Snoop
cooking
Dogg and
with the kids cooking
Right.
show, the baking. They have one with cupcakes. They have one baking. The grocery store shopping and
Yes.
the grocery store game.
Guys,
now
grocery
let's
game,
go
yep.
to Love and Hip Hop and Bachelorette and all of those housewives, basketball housewives,
Yes.
and Potomac,
The Braxtons.
and the
Braxtons.
Braxtons. Okay, now let's go to families. The Braxtons, what's the white family? The Cresleys.
There's the Love and
the-
Hip Hop.
Let's not forget
Growing up hip hop. That's the
yeah,
latest
yeah,
one.
but let's not forget the Kardashians.
Right, right,
No,
right.
What
I mean,
about the
Married at
Sherds and the
First
Mans?
Sight.
yes, the
the
church
gospel
ones. There's
tradition.
one
Right.
with a church family.
Yeah.
Because
Those are
of
not-
all the reality, just think a moment
All the
for
jobs.
a reality
Wow.
TV show. All that in our Mother's Day used to be actors and actresses. Joan Crawford and Betty Davis would have never done a TV commercial. They were dames, they were divas. But
Right.
now, Holly Berry is taking a cosmetic ad, and Sophia, the Spanish actress, on Modern Family.
Yes.
She has a Maybelline with Ellen. She has a Head and Shoulders with her son.
Wow.
She has a coffee machine. All those are
But you
commercials.
remember back in the days, you were locked. Like if you were signed to a movie house, you couldn't go to another movie house.
Exactly.
You were
Right.
stuck.
Exactly.
And so now independent media, or just the way things have kind of like combined, you can
But
go
that
wherever you
movie
want.
house
That's why
would
Will
not
Smith
have-
can make so much money.
But the movie house would not have let you go on. They
No,
wanted a
contract done.
difference
Right.
from the TV celebrities, Dick Van Dyke.
Right. Right.
They wanted, things like that. Because, remember we used to have Sanford and Son and Mission Impossible
Good
and
Times.
Archie Bunker,
Yes.
Good Times, The Jeffersons,
Oh, yes.
Love Boat, Gilligan's Island. Don't mess with Gilligan's Island. Don't sleep on Ginger.
sleep on
Going way back.
Don't sleep
back.
on
So
Ginger.
then, here it is today with your commercial. Is that something that you now have to tell the young women?
I have to tell so many,
How
and
do
I
you
tell
bridge or get
I
ready
tell
for the
them.
social media as well? Like all of that is now included, right?
Well,
In there.
no, there's social media models.
Mm-hmm.
That's a separate thing. If you get 1 million followers, sponsors might ask you to wear a watch while you're out.
Okay.
You may not necessarily get paid in dollars,
So they're not
but you
really
might get
model
that.
model, but
They-
got you.
No.
So
No, a
commercial is
modeling
commercial,
agency,
right, okay.
yes, a modeling agency would never hire someone for a campaign off the internet. If you don't show up They still have to pay to rent that building.
Right.
They have to pay the photographer 10 grand. Hair and makeup and wardrobe, stylist and food, 2,500 for the day. If you oversleep or show up with a hangover. If I don't show up, they sue my agency and get all that money back. And chances are my agency will replace me within the hour with another girl. So big clients, and Avon cover is not going to get a girl off the internet.
Funny she's saying that because it seems like everybody is all on the internet, but yet we still read magazines and books and
that's gradually though the magazines now too are going yes. And the most successful model there is right now is not a real model.
What?
She's a digital. She's a digital model.
What? So it's not
absolutely.
So they make.
She was, and guess who made her? A German photographer.
Wow.
And she African American.
Shut up.
No.
Wow.
The African American models are really upset. Yes. I'm not kidding you. Well, they said that photographer could have helped one of them become a success by shooting pictures for their portfolio, but he made a digital model. She just landed one of the biggest.
We didn't want you then, and we don't want you now.
She just landed one of the biggest cosmetic campaigns there is.
Wow.
She's gorgeous. I'll make sure in November that I have a picture for Nat to bring up to show you
my goodness.
all the work she's getting. She is not real. And she is taking the place
he's getting
of
the money.
model.
He's getting the money. He's smart.
Yes, he gets paid. But she is replacing.
I need to learn how to.
She is replacing models, and actresses and singers are replacing models. Yes, I try not to sound like Debbie Downer, but modeling is not something I see a bright, clear future. And when I say that, I mean money that you can invest. Here at this table, when we talk about having a career, we want you to be able to make a living. Living is not, am I going to be able to pay the bills at the end of the week? Living is putting something in a savings account for the future generation. That's what, and I just don't see modeling as something that's growing that way. So yeah, I have to tell a lot of girls that.
Though it's still definitely a need for someone
I'm telling you that
it's Wayne.
Veronica, I would never tell a 17, when you're 17, 18, 19, and 20, I think you should be paying your dues. Now, for some people, that's college. For some people, that's interning. If a person said college is not for me, Veronica, can I be an intern to you? Say you're a famous stylist. That person running all your errands, taking the clothing back to Oscar de la Renta, they're making connections. So in 4 years, when they leave you, they can call RCA Records and say, remember me? I used to work at blah, blah, blah. I'm on my own. If you have a young, new artist that you're not sure about, I'll work half price. Oscar de la Renta, remember me? I used to work and bring the clothes back. I'm on my own now. I have second B-level entertainers, but if I could borrow last year's clothing, and that's how they grow.
That's right.
So, you know, you can pay your dues. I would never tell someone right now, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, to invest in modeling, because I don't see by the age of 23 you being able to put money in the bank at 23, 24, 25,
So what do you think
and
about these
26?
schools, like a Barbizon school or
No
whatever?
comment.
Okay. Because I know two young girls that wanted to, and I said, listen, if they really wanted you, why are you paying so much? And it was, you know,
because they're going to a school, but you don't have to go to a school. Talk to any top model. She didn't go to a school. No.
Yeah,
she
so
didn't
that's
go
something that I
to
think
a
young
school.
people need.
Yeah, modeling is selling a product.
To tell her no. It's like, no, I want.
I know, because, well, that's a childlike mentality, and you have to sit down and say, that's a school. You don't have to go to a school.
I want to ask you a question. Do you know whatever happened? Is her name Ophelia DeVoe? She was at the first black modeling school. That
Yes, I heard of it. I don't know if it's still in existence
I remember
or not.
that. Yes.
But I want to say her school was larger than modeling. It was an etiquette school. And I love that. Like a lot of other places, they taught you social graces. There aren't places that you can go. Which one is the water glass and the wine glass? Which of these forks do I pick up?
No, Lou Willett. That's why
Yes,
I
she can.
love her to death, because she will teach you etiquette. And we had such a great show. You know, I was
She
asking
was
her
right
little
here.
simple questions like, what about ketchup inside your eggs? And no, somebody said to her, what if I spill something on my chest? She said, we don't know something. You know, we laugh at it, but etiquette
made
is really
sense.
important, especially, and people can pick up on that. They can see, oh, she got no
No etiquette.
Absolutely.
No home training at
That's
all.
a nice way to put it. There's no
May
training.
I just say one of the things I tell young people, and they have to go in very often, interviews are at lunch or at dinner, or you have an
And they're
after work
watching
function.
everything.
Of course they do. You're representing their organization.
That's
Why
right.
wouldn't they? If in doubt, wait. Let the person in charge pick up the fork first. Wait. If you're in doubt, where do I put my napkin? In here, down here? Wait. And watch them if you're in doubt at all and nervous about anything. Absolutely. But I have young
But do you
people who
put your
don't
napkin
know.
up here?
No, you shouldn't. But men do. Men do. Their neckties.
They do.
Yeah, to cover their neckties. But I mean, Veronica, there's even a placement for your fork and your knife when you're finished. There's exact location
Not
to
on
let
top of
a
the plate?
waiter. It's on the plate, but it's in a certain way, and maybe one day I'll bring that for us to see.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
nice.
the key
Isn't that funny?
for the waiter to know you are finished and ready. You
Some
don't
people
leave
thought
it.
the key is I finished. Let me throw my napkin
No.
up there, everything up there.
No, a napkin
the,
should never.
the knife be, the fork be face down and pointing out on the right-hand side.
Wow. Okay.
So there is placement for the fork and the knife, and that lets them know.
Well, you know what? Just don't eat.
Please don't listen to Veronica.
Go home.
Please
Take your
don't
food
listen to Veronica.
and
Eat it the way you want to.
On a little more of a solemn note, because I have people asking, Lou, what can we do? Just what can we do? Puerto Rico may be hit again with devastation.
Wow.
And there are
And they haven't even recovered from
no,
the
they
first
have
one.
not. They have not. And there are people who are volunteering, already sending things from Miami and things of that nature. What do we do with devastation like that? What do you?
You know what's interesting? I like how, see, a lot of times everyone says, oh, we look towards our leaders, but we all have leadership
right.
within. Like how you said, you know, you would come out there after the parade and say, well, you know, you should do this, and I don't want to say this. This is when you step up.
Right.
When there is something dear to your heart that affects you, and no one is doing it, then that's when you create it and you do it yourself. I love Stokely Carmichael. They call him Stokely Kwame Ture. You create your own organization if there isn't
Right.
one that exists. And I'm paraphrasing in a sense, but that's the same thing with devastations and travesties that we have throughout our communities or throughout the world, the country. What are you prepared to do? Then you do it. You don't need anyone else.
That's right.
You do it yourself.
I would warn everyone to really, though, investigate any organizations
Exactly.
you might be sending money through. Of course, there are legitimate ones, Red Cross, things of that nature. But just be very careful just Googling, you know, helping Puerto Rico, and someone says send money and we're sending things. Be very, very careful with that.
Right.
But let's all, if you are a praying person, just keeping a prayer for those people over in Puerto Rico.
I was going to say also, I noticed the last time this happened, a lot of people in the hip hop community, believe it or not, they decided to organize. They rented out a plane and they brought things down. So I agree with you what you were saying, and also with you about checking out the organization first. I usually look to see, okay, so what are they really doing? Are they actually, is somebody really going there to give to the people, or is this stuff just stuck in a storage room and they never get to see it? So I would say definitely check it out. But then a lot of these, like I said, these hip hop artists are really making a a splash
Good.
into this, and they're trying to help out a lot. So,
And speaking of hip hop, my nephew John, he sweetest young person you ever want to know. But yesterday, he decided to make some phone calls because he's into hip hop. He does rap and acting and school and basketball, everything. And he made a phone call and he said, "I need some book bags to give out to the young people." And he gave out spray ground book bags yesterday at Milbanks. And kids was all beautiful bags. I mean, these bags is easily $50, $75, $100 and up. Yeah,
Wow.
easily. He had tons of bags there. He had them on the desk. Kids came and they was just grabbing them. Milbanks, leaving Milbanks, right? Children Aid Society, and he gave it out. That's when you step up. I think this is what they need.
That's right.
And that's what he did. And I appreciate that. We all have our own individual
That's right.
leadership, humanity, care. Right. And sometimes we can't sit and wait for someone else to say, go ahead and do it. You just do it yourself.
Just do it.
And when people come along, they help.
I'm very proud to say, and Veronica has assisted in this, that for 4 years we have given out brand new $1,000 prom dresses.
Yes.
Really?
Hundreds of them to girls in our area, and we just have so much fun when we do it.
Treat them like royalty.
They come in, and any girl that doesn't get a dress gets to go to the jewelry table and take a beautiful piece of jewelry, so no one feels like. And we have from size 26 to size 0.
Yep.
So I gave out size 26. I gave out 2 size 24s, and the girls were rocking. The parent has to come to have the dress approved, and a seamstress is there to either open up a slit, put in some nude netting, or sew it up and make it more modest for a reasonable price. And we feed you pizza and stuff while you're there. And we do it 2 Saturdays in a row, right before in the Harlem community. And people heard about it and started donating. You should see the dresses I have lined up. I'm running out of room for dresses for our prom giveaway. So I just want to say, find your niche. It is, and it can be something as small you would never dream of it. If you like reading, ask the library near you. Can you read? Call the hospital near you. Do they need volunteers to read if you like reading? Why are you home just reading to yourself? If you like jewelry making, if you like face painting, there's so many things you can get out and volunteer and give back. And the feeling you get getting out of yourself and giving is one that I just can't, I can't explain.
So
we have
fulfilling.
a wonderful, wonderful time. So ladies, the next time we see each other, it will be in November. The weather may not be as beautiful as it is out here now. We will be closer to elections and holidays. Any words going into fall for our viewers as we sign off?
Just follow your heart. Like, lately I've been living in the moment. Because as I found myself constantly trying to explain things, why are you doing this and that, I can't. Sometimes I can't. So I'm just doing what I feel that is important and necessary to do. And even those, if you heard, like we have the African American Day Parade, if you hear things like, oh, I ain't going to that parade because so, go out there.
That's right.
You will be amazed and surprised at what you see and what you feel, because it's not just people walking down the block, entertainment, whatever, bands, your officials, your public, you have the schools, you have everyone.
That's right.
Even you. You are represented. So just go out. Live in that moment for once, or even experience it for once, so that way you can make your own decision in terms of whether or not it's worth it.
And not listen to someone else. Any words moving forward?
Yes, I want everyone to come out to the parade. We're going to have a wonderful time. I want to just say, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at AADP INC, and then also you can go to our website, AfricanAmericanDayParade.org. We'd love to have you come out.
Sheila, anything?
Yes, I would like to tell the audience to aim high.
Yes.
Keep the faith. Communicate with each other, because all we have is each other. And touch someone's life with your goodness, because that touch will come back to you.
Yes.
I remember you can get arrested
Amen.
for touching the wrong person. I'm just saying.
No, with your goodness.
Christian life.
With your goodness.
Somebody without their consent.
With your goodness.
Hello.
With your goodness.
He thought it was good. Okay. Ask him. He swore it was good.
Yes.
What I'd like to say on this note is something that I have started doing. I have stopped asking, why aren't I getting more out of it, and started asking of myself, what did I take to it? This came when I was involved in certain projects in my church and was feeling less than 100% enthused about it. And I clearly heard the Holy Spirit said, stop saying what they aren't doing for you and what you're not getting. And from this point on, just tell me what you took there. So I just want to suggest on a daily basis, take something outside. That can be a good word, that could be a smile.
Yes.
I purposely said today I'm gonna take some fruit. When I see somebody hungry, I'm gonna give it to them. Today I'm gonna take
Excellent.
a bottle of water. I see somebody on the side, I'm gonna give it to them. Every day I think, what can I give? And my days are just so much more rewarding.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
You feel happy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
it's something
extremely.
weird that happens inside.
It is. It is. Please remember, I know you always hear it on Nat's show and this show, but voting is so important.
Yes. Very.
Please
Please.
follow the debates. I myself am turning the corner against one candidate. Now, I'm not saying nothing, but people have brought some things to my attention that I was reading, and then the debates, and then I started to study. And I am switching, and I mean switching strong.
Wow.
And if you had
But
asked
I
me
remember
this
you
4
asked
months ago,
last week, you said,
Yes.
last time we met,
Yes.
you said, what do you think about certain candidates? And I said, I don't. I had
Yeah.
no opinion. I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't formulate an opinion
Yeah.
until I got more information.
Yeah.
And I have more information, and it's like, I still don't.
Yeah. You have time, not as much as you think you do, but we're going to have to pull a trigger on something. There's going to have to be a button pushed. So we got to pick the lesser of two evils, but voting is a must.
Yes.
So start to figure it out now. And you don't have to tell anybody. All right?
Yes.
Veronica, you know you've been here before.
Yes.
And you are welcomed at any time. We love having you here.
Thank
And
you
before we
so
go off
much.
the air, this is something personal I want the world to know.
Yes.
Veronica, honestly, is one of the sweetest, most kind people you will ever meet, almost to a fault. But now she a boss lady. And that growth is so excited, because very often we have to separate business
Yes.
and personal.
Yes.
And your tone has to change sometimes.
Yes, it is true.
Don't mean I don't love you.
That's right.
But I need you to be on time. Amen, amen.
So
We
true.
love you here at 30 Frames a Second. This is Takeover Tuesday. I'm Luciera. I was joined with Sheila, Veronica 2, and Veronica 1.
That's right.
We love you. Have an incredible summer. Any other words?
Thanks for stopping by.
See you at the parade.
See you at the parade. Yes.
Learn some moves.
Yes.
Learn some of the moves that the
That's right.
girl.
They're gonna be
Not
out there
those
doing the
moves.
electric
That's
slide
right.
and
These
uniforms.
moves.
Okay.
Yes.
And
And don't forget to watch Gospel Showcase
That's
every
right.
Sunday
That's
morning.
right.
There you go. There you go.
VK report?
Yes.
Love you. Love you. So happy to have been here. Oh my gosh. Enjoy the remaining summer.
Yes.
Enjoy coming into fall. And please take Veronica's advice. Live in the moment. Love those around you. We never know when they might be
That's
taken
right.
from us.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Amen, amen, amen.
Amen. Amen. That's the truth.